lovelies, and welcome to this practice, which is all about our shoulders, our neck and the upper back. A whole practice devoted to opening out this area. You might, if you've got it, use a couple of blocks, and also if you've got a yoga strap, if not a dressing gown cable, works just as well. So we'll just take the hands on the knees, spreading the middle, fourth and fifth fingers out straight and connecting the index fingers and thumbs together. Just taking some deep breaths to be aware of our breathing and just centering ourselves for our practice. I'll just take the awareness to the shoulder region and just notice any tension that you're subconsciously holding in this area. And see if every time you can breathe out, just letting go, allowing the shoulders to melt away down from the ears. Okay, so we'll start with the yoga strap. And we're just going to take the strap out in front. So making sure that it's shoulder width apart and just physically pulling the shoulders away. Taking the arms up above the head, keeping the core tucked in, keeping the neck relaxed, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, and release down. Inhale, take the arms up above the head, pulling the strap away from each other. And again, just being mindful, pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. You might feel a little shaky in the arms, release down. And again, inhale, taking the arms up, pulling the strap apart. And gently release. We're going to take the strap a little wider now, taking that up above the head. And with the right arm, we're going to pull that down so that we've got a little external rotation of the shoulder. Pulling that down, and the left arm is up above the head. Good. Gently bringing the hands up and then release. Doing the same again, inhaling, taking the arms up and back, and this time taking the left hand behind. Still pulling the strap away from each other with the hands. Keep the gaze gentle. Bring that arm back up and release. Inhale, taking the arms up. And again, pushing the right hand down, keeping the shoulder down away from the ear. And the left arm is being pulled back, keeping that arm as straight as we can. Taking the arms up and exhale, release. Inhale, arms up above the head. This time taking the left hand down, pulling that back, keeping that arm straight up above. And gently release down. Just have a little neck roll up. Just loosening off any tension. Okay, we'll take the hands about hip width apart, shoulder width apart, taking that up above the head, physically pulling the hands away from each other and pulling the elbows back. We're going to pull the strap down as far as we can. You will feel shaky in the hands here, like I am. Inhale, take the arms up and release. Exhale. You might like to just have an extra little fold around the hands to keep that grip. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, pulling those hands down, pulling the elbows as wide as you can, pushing them back. Inhale, arms up again, and exhale, hands release. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bending the elbows, pulling that down, opening out the chest. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, release. Okay, so the next posture we're going to be doing is going to be stretching the triceps. So I'll just turn behind so you can see me. So we're going to take the left arm up, bending at the elbow, and the right hand can just come behind. So we're going to try and get the hands as close as we can to touching. You may be able to do this without the strap, but I'll just demonstrate with the strap. So I like to have an extra fold around the hands. And we just want to make sure that we're really pulling that left elbow back. Good. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bending the right elbow, taking that behind, and then just pulling that down to feel that stretch in the right tricep. And release. Taking the left arm up, bending the elbow, and this time we'll see if we can get the hands to touch. You can walk the hand up the strap. So by doing this, if we are able to do it without holding a strap, you might just be able to touch the fingers, or you may be able to just grip the hands. And this is a really good way to open the left shoulder around the armpit area, and also stretching the triceps. And on the right side, we've got that external rotation of the shoulder joint pulling back. This is a really good practice to work towards doing a reverse prayer position. We'll take some shoulder rolls back and then forwards. Good. Okay, so we're going to be bending the left elbow, trying to get that hand as far at the back as we can. And you might notice, like me here, that one side is a lot easier than the other, and it's always good to just be aware of these differences in the body and imbalances. So just doing what you can to just try and keep that hand connected, or using the strap. And then gently releasing. Taking some more shoulder rolls back. And then forward. And we can move the strap aside for now. We'll move into our tabletop position. And we'll just take some shoulder rolls here. So rotating the shoulders back into nice big circles. Really good for the upper spine. And then rotating the shoulders forwards. Good. Okay, so we'll take that right arm up, gently twisting, and we'll thread it underneath the left arm. Bringing the shoulder down, the ear down onto the mat. We can take the left hand out in front if you want to, or resting that onto the lower back or on the inner thigh of the right leg. Gently release that down, pushing through the left hand to come out. And we'll repeat the same thing on the other side. So left arm coming up and then taking that underneath the right arm, coming in to thread the needle on the other way. Taking the right hand either on the lower back or, if you can, holding onto the inner thigh of the left leg. Now remember to just take some deep breaths here, softening each time you're breathing out. And we'll push into the mat through that right hand, coming back into our tabletop position. And we're going to melt the heart down to the mat, releasing the forehead. We're actively pushing the armpits and shoulders towards the earth every time we're breathing. So this is really good for our back, but also opening out the shoulders. And we want to try and keep our legs at a 90-degree angle at the back. And we'll gently come back up. And we're going to come into a child's pose here, but we're going to bend the elbows and we're just going to try and keep the arms at a 90-degree angle. And we want to be pushing the armpits down towards the earth. So again, this is very, very subtle on the shoulders, and we'll be doing a more advanced version of this. So if you feel that you're really feeling too much, or you're just feeling a good stretch here, then this is the place to stay. And we're going to come into a little strengthener into dolphin, placing the forearms down and just really trying to keep a nice V shape in the body. So if we've got stiff shoulders, this will be tough. And we really need to be pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. You can maybe walk the feet a little bit in. If your legs aren't straight, don't worry, just keep a really nice bend to the knees. And we want to be pushing that tailbone up towards the sky. And gently release. So we'll be doing the harder version of that shoulder stretch now. If you've got two blocks, then pop those in front. If not, you could use something like books or a stool or something like that. And we want to be taking the elbows at a nice 90-degree angle again, keeping the head relaxed, and we're really pushing the shoulders down towards the earth here. And this is a really, really intense stretch, but it's also very good. And remember to breathe through the posture. And we can gently come out. And we can move the blocks to the side. So coming to hero's pose, just sitting back onto the heels. We're going to take some big wide sun arms up and exhale back down, really opening out those shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, taking the arms up. And exhale, releasing down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, take the arms up, looking up gently on the neck. Exhale, if you want to, you can bring the chin down to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back down. We'll take some more shoulder rolls back. And then forwards 4 times. And so I'll just turn to the side here, and we'll just interlock the hands behind the back, really pulling the shoulders back and down. And then we're going to pull that round to the right side, and we want to try and keep the core tucked in here. So sitting up nice and tall, and we want to be pulling that right elbow in. So this is a really nice stretch on the left shoulder particularly. And gently release, again pulling the shoulders back and down, interlocking the hands the other way, so the other index fingers on top, and then we can take that round, sitting onto the left hip joint. Again, just pulling that left elbow back and down. And gently release, taking some more shoulder rolls back and then forward. Okay, so coming back to our tabletop position, we're going to take the forehead down to the ground, stretching the arms back as much as we can. So again, opening out the chest. We often do lots of chest openers when we're working on the shoulders. It just helps prevent that drooping shoulder. It's just creating some balance in the front and back bodies. And just see if we can hold on to the back of the feet. We really want to push the feet away so we create a little rounding in the back. And that's a really nice stretch for the upper and mid part of the back. If you can't reach the toes here, you could use the strap, just taking that around the feet and pulling on that. Taking the hands down to the mat. Coming back into our hero's pose, taking the hands on the shoulders and drawing some nice big circles here. You might even notice from the beginning of the practice how the mobility is already improved. And then we'll reverse the circles, moving forward, breathing naturally. Keeping the core tucked in. Good. Okay, so we're going to take the right arm across the body, stretching the shoulder, keeping the ear pulling down away from the shoulder. We've got the hand onto the wrist, so the left hand is on the right wrist and just on the forearm area. We don't want to be taking that on the elbow, making us hypermobile. Open out the chest, and we'll do the same thing the other side. So left arm across the body, pulling that back, again pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. We want to be feeling that in the back of the shoulder. Open out the chest and release. Again, we'll interlock the hands behind, pulling the shoulders back, and we can take a really gentle lean back if you want to, if that's comfortable for you. Keeping the neck really nice and long here. And we can take some half neck rolls, taking the ear to shoulder, opposite ear to shoulder. And release the hands. And we can take the chin down to chest, interlocking the hands around the crown of the head and just really gently pulling that down, getting a really nice shoulder stretch, just maybe between the shoulder blades and the back of the neck. We can gently release and bring the head back up, and if you want to, if it's comfortable on the front of the neck, just taking the head back, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. This is really good if we spend a lot of time on phones or a computer with the head down, just to counter that posture, keeping a really good, nice upright position in the neck. Gently bring the head back to neutral. Take the shoulders up to the ears and drop. Inhale, take the shoulders up, squeeze all the muscles and drop. And again, take the shoulders up and drop. And again, and release. Taking the hands up. We're going to lean over and take some big wide circles. We can have the hand in a little mudra here with the index fingers in front. Just taking some really nice big circles, trying to keep the shoulders down away from the ears so we're not hunching in the shoulders. And we'll reverse those circles back the other way. And gently release. And we're going to take some nice wide hands. Inhale, take the palms up. Exhale, turn the palms, taking the thumbs back. Inhale, turning the palms up. Exhale, rotating the palms as much as we can, taking the head down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And we're going to take some little circles with the arms here, one way. Making those circles much bigger now. You will feel a little achy after this practice. And now taking those even bigger. And we're really working on our mobility here, and it's also good for strengthening the muscles around the shoulders and around the shoulder joints. Good. Just have a little shake off. And we'll start making nice big circles now back the other way. So I'm making my circles forwards now. And then back smaller circles, still quite big, but Moving forwards, remembering to breathe, staying strong. And then really small little circles. Good, and gently release. Okay, so we can come into a little child's pose, a passive child's pose here, taking the forehead down to the mat, the knees are together and the hands are down by the side of the body, just allowing the elbows to completely relax. We can gently roll back up to sitting. And we're going to come into a little pectoral stretch here, so taking the right arm out at a 90-degree angle, bending the knees. If you want to, you can use a block for the head or a pillow or something like that. And we're just going to be rolling onto that side. If this is too much of a stretch, just take the arm out in front a little bit more. And release. Taking the left arm out at a 90-degree angle, using something for the head. Rolling onto the left side, bending the knees, relaxing here. Gently release, taking the block out of the way. And we can push into the hands, coming back upright. Taking a really nice wide child's pose, but we're going to take the left hand just underneath the right arm. And depending on how intense you want this stretch, you can bring it more to a 90-degree angle if that's more comfortable. And that will give you a really deep stretch in the shoulder, into the left shoulder. Gently release, taking the left arm out in front, and we can take the right arm underneath the left. Just relax the head wherever it feels comfortable. And gently take that arm out in front, relaxing the forehead down onto the mat. And we can gently peel up, nice and slow, to seated. And coming to a comfortable seated position. We're just going to push the shoulders down away from the ears, looking up, and then just taking the head down, relaxing the back of the neck. Taking the head back, over to the right, hold here, over to the left, hold here, and to neutral. Namaste everybody, thank you for joining me on this shoulder practice. Take it easy and I'll see you next time.